Hello and welcome to the Week in Review, a recap of your weekly headlines on the Western Slope. I'm Chad Roderick. In our first story, 2 people have been arrested in Grand Junction following a Christmas Eve robbery and assault at the Laurel House on 12th Street. According to the Grand Junction Police Department, at around 10:30 p.m. on Christmas Eve, officers were called to the Laurel House along 12th Street for reports of a robbery. 2 men, 23-year-old Anthony Bowker and 18-year-old Nevin Alex Garcia, allegedly forced entry into the victim's room, physically assaulting and choking him and causing him to lose consciousness. Both suspects were armed with what appeared to be guns, but during the course of the investigation, one was determined to be a BB gun. They were both taken into custody without incident and booked into the Mesa County Detention Facility on charges of aggravated robbery, menacing, second-degree assault, among other charges. And a Clifton man is in custody after allegedly trying to sexually assault at least one minor in an incident this past fall. 41-year-old Rene Romero Reyes was arrested by the Mesa County Sheriff's Office. Reyes stands accused of giving alcohol to a group of minors and attempted sexual assault. He faces charges of attempted sexual assault, criminal attempt, and second-degree contributing to the delinquency of a minor. He was given a $30,000 cash-only bond at his court hearing. And in other crime news, the Mesa County Sheriff's Office arrested 2 individuals after recovering a stolen vehicle on the 700 block of Horizon Drive. 2 adult males identified as 22-year-old Jacob Sears and 36-year-old Anthony Sabas of Grand Junction were contacted leaving the area. Both suspects were arrested after an investigation connected them to the stolen vehicle. They're charged with second-degree motor vehicle theft and theft from a motor vehicle totaling $300 to $1,000. 22-year-old Jacob Sears is also being held on a parole violation. And a man is now in custody after allegedly striking and killing a dog with his car following a fight with another driver back in October. Dylan Lang, 32, stands accused of kicking the other driver's dog after it jumped out of the car window, hitting and killing the animal before driving off. Lang was arrested this week and was charged with criminal mischief, harassment, and cruelty to animals, reckless or criminal negligence resulting in torture, mutilation, or death. And a new mutated strain of the flu is spreading across the northern hemisphere, and health officials say it may be hitting harder this season. Influenza H3N2 is now showing up in multiple countries, and local health leaders are seeing a sharp rise in hospitalizations. Marge Tobin has more.
According to the Colorado Department of Health and Environment, the mutated H3N2 strain has become dominant in parts of Japan, the UK, and Canada. It's now being detected here in the US. Symptoms look like typical flu, including fever, cough, and fatigue, but the strain is causing more severe illness, especially in children and older adults. This season's flu vaccine does not perfectly match the new subclade, but doctors stress it can still reduce severe illness, hospitalizations, and death. Local health officials say flu activity has surged in recent weeks.
We've had 73 reported flu hospitalizations between now and October 1st, and the majority of those, 71 of them, have been since December 1st, so pretty rapid increase in the last month.
Officials also report multiple outbreaks in group settings like schools and nursing homes, and warn cases could continue rising with holiday travel and gatherings.
I would anticipate that the numbers will likely increase just because of all of the family gatherings, people traveling, being on airplanes.
Health leaders want anyone feeling sick to stay home, talk to their provider about the flu vaccine, and take simple precautions.
One of the most important steps to protecting you and your family is to clean and disinfect, like those high-touch surfaces that I was talking about. So cleaning is warm, soapy water, actually cleaning the surface and then using a disinfectant that is effective on the flu.
Mesa County health officials say those steps remain the best defense as the flu season continues. Marge Tobin, Fox 4 News.
And President Trump recently spoke up about former Mesa County Clerk Tina Peters' time in prison on social media, while Peters' lawyers are working to get her out of state prison. Jeff Hinkle has more.
Former Mesa County Clerk and Recorder Tina Peters and her team of lawyers are trying a new way of successfully securing her a pardon from President Donald Trump, and it involves presidential pardons issued 230 years ago.
What we're doing is once in 230 years. No, it's actually, if you go from the date of the Declaration of Independence, which is where we really get our birth date, we're talking about 249 years.
In 1794, during George Washington's presidency, the Whiskey Rebellion brought treason charges onto many U.S. citizens who formed a multi-state rebellion to protest a steep tax. President George Washington pardoned those on the federal level and then asked then-General Henry Lee to issue a general pardon for those on the state level. Now, 230 years after the fact, Peters' lawyers are trying to use the Whiskey Rebellion pardons as a precedent to have Tina Peters released from prison and ultimately pardoned by President Trump.
So the state law is the federal law, and the federal law is the state law. So considering that, and that Tina Peters is convicted of a state law, which really is incorporated into the federal law, she needs to be able to be pardoned. The president needs that power to be able to deal with these things.
Mason County District Attorney Dan Rubenstein issued a statement in response to Peters' team using the Whiskey Rebellion. He said, quote, "There's a saying in the law, if the facts help you, pound the facts. If the law helps you, pound the law. If neither helps you, pound the table. The Whiskey Rebellion citation is table pounding," end quote. If her appeal fails in the Colorado Court of Appeals, Tickton and Peters' team say they're ready to bring this case to the U.S. Supreme Court. Jeff Hinkle, Fox 4 News.
This all comes as President Trump took to Truth Social on New Year's Eve to berate Colorado Governor Jared Polis, who he called the scumbag governor, and Mesa County District Attorney Dan Rubenstein saying, quote, "May they rot in hell." And a popular playground in Grand Junction is getting a lot of attention online. Parents took to social media raising concerns about damaged equipment at Canyon View Park, prompting a response from Parks and Recreation. Marge Tobin has more.
Canyon View Park has one of the busiest playgrounds in the city, but a recent Facebook post showing broken playground equipment and a damaged canopy sparked concern among parents, with some questioning how long repairs are taking. The post shows photos of 3 damaged pieces of equipment, and many commenters blamed misuse or vandalism, while others worried about maintenance at such a heavily used park.
People love Canyon View, and that's a really good thing. We really are so thankful that so many people love Canyon View. That playground also is amongst our 25 playgrounds. It's our busiest in the entire community.
Parks and Recreation says some of the damage is from normal wear and tear, while other issues are caused by vandalism. The playground was originally installed in 1997, making it 27 years old, which can complicate the repairs.
Playgrounds that are of that age, they take longer to get replacement parts because they start to go out of production. So a lot of times you have to do a customized fix to be able to provide the replacement part that is needed to fix that item safely. Sometimes that takes a few weeks. Sometimes we've seen it take as long as 18 months.
Since the post went up, one repair has already been made. The large circle swing seen in the photos is now back working, and Parks and Rec says replacement parts for the other equipment have been ordered.
We got certified playground safety inspectors on our team that are continuously going through the 25 playgrounds in our system to make sure that we're identifying issues.
Despite the damage, the park remains open and popular. Parks and Rec encourages anyone who notices issues to report them directly so that crews can respond as quickly as possible. Marge Tobin, Fox 4 News.
Parks and Rec says they appreciate the public's patience as repairs continue and remind residents that Canyon View Park remains safe and open to families. And it's a new year and new traditions at Grand Junction Regional Airport. The Grand Junction Sports Commission and GJT teamed up to put on the New Year's Day 5K and 10K at the airport. Jeff Hinkle has more.
If you've ever thought about what it would be like to run on an airport runway, New Year's Day is your chance. The Grand Junction Sports Commission is teaming up with the Grand Junction Regional Airport for the second year in a row to run along the secondary runway at the airport. But rest assured, the runners will be the only thing on the auxiliary runway on New Year's Day.
No planes will be landing tomorrow here. The main runway will still be in use, which is great. People get to see some planes land up close. But at the same time, this is a really cool experience. I mean, again, flattest 5K you can get, I guarantee you that.
The 5K will snake around the runway and onto some taxiways at the airport, and the newly added 10K will include a run around the perimeter fence at GJT. Rain, shine, or snow, the event is still going on. Snyder says that they even have a little saying for it.
Our tagline is sun, snow, or 5 below, and Unfortunately, we're thinking it might be a little bit wet, maybe some white stuff coming in tomorrow, so we'll see.
The Sports Commission decided to move it to New Year's not only to help start the year on the right foot fitness-wise, but to start a tradition like another Grand Junction running event.
This year we wanted to move it to New Year's Day. We've seen the success of the Turkey Trot and how many people, 3,000 people come out to do that. That's our goal, is to grow this to be a couple thousand people coming out every year on New Year's Day.
And don't worry, the event starts at 10 a.m., so you'll still have plenty of time for that New Year's Day football.
I know there's a lot of great football games on tomorrow, so I'm excited to get home afterwards and watch some football, but get your activity in the morning, start your year off right, and then have a great 2026.
Jeff Hinkle, KREX News.
The 5K course was described by many as the flattest 5K they've ever run, but the 10K route had some hills and obstacles as runners worked their way from the tarmac to the perimeter gates of the airport. And January is shaping up to be a busy time for thrift stores as people clean out closets and look to save money. Marge Tobin has more.
After the holidays, many people are decluttering and donating items that they no longer need, making the start of the year one of the best times to thrift.
Yeah, so you're right, Marge. This is a really busy time of year for thrift stores like Goodwill of Colorado because people are looking forward to spring cleaning. They've just maybe gotten a bunch of Christmas gifts, so maybe they want to declutter a little bit and donate some of those items.
Goodwill says its Grand Junction location is one of the busiest in the state with steady foot traffic and a constant flow of donations.
So it is a really busy time of year for us in our Grand Junction store. It is one of our biggest and most amazing stores in our footprint across the state. So I don't know that we're going to be staffing up, but we are going to be very busy in making sure that the store is full of great merchandise for people to shop and that we're ready to take those donations as well.
With inflation still impacting household budgets, thrift shopping offers savings.
Families are looking for ways now to stretch their budget, to stretch a dollar. And so buying items secondhand can not only help that, but it helps keep items in the circular economy and helps keep them out of our landfills as well.
Goodwill also supports the community beyond its stores, offering specialized mission programs in Mesa County for farmers and ranchers facing injury or disability. Marge Tobin, Fox 4 News.
All right, thanks, Marge. That does it for the first week in review of the new year. Tune back in every Friday for a recap of your local headlines.